What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Body beat down here on this Saturday late afternoon. It's 5:12 in the p.m. So, as you know, Saturday's my cheat day. Didn't really have anything here in the house to eat, so I thought, well, I'll just run down the road and go to a little local restaurant we have here and grab me a couple little quick little sandwiches. And the restaurant used to be a Dairy Queen at one time. And to my understanding, or something like this, the owners didn't want to renew the franchise or whatever it's called. You know, years later, they just decided to do something different, I guess. And they went and they just turned it into their own store, Dairy Delight. And I think it was called Foster's at one time and Dairy Delight, but it's kind of a family-owned kind of a place. They have the same kind of food that they had when they were Dairy Queen, but yeah, it's not Dairy Queen anymore. They still got Blizzards. They don't call them Blizzards no more. Not there. And so they got a lot of the other stuff, and some of the stuff is renamed, some of it's not, but they still have amazing food for fast food, and they're really quick. They've always been really quick at getting out the food, so good little place to go here in town is called Dairy Delight, and it's just on the main highway out there. So anyway, we got a couple sandwiches here. Just figured we'd eat together and hang out for a little bit and talk about some stuff that we can talk about if you want. It's up to y'all. Ain't nothing else for me to do. So what we have here is a triple cheeseburger. And what we have here is called a Jim Dandy. It's a specialty little sandwich that they've always had, which consists of, like, I think lettuce and cheese and maybe tomato and mayonnaise, something like that. And to my knowledge, I haven't been there in a long time, so I'm assuming it's still pretty close to the same thing. So we're going to eat the burger first, because I feel like eating the burger first. And no, we're not going to have extremely perfect etiquette here. We're just an old dude eating food, so you're liable to hear me smacking my food a little bit. I might accidentally talk with my mouth full. We just don't know at this point. But yeah, good little burger. It's, you know, they don't have those super fat patties or anything, but they're decent size. I guess that's a triple. Yeah, triple enough. So anyway. So, I had a pretty good little outing earlier. I went and shot some basketball. And then I went and walked around the park. And that's pretty much all the activity I'm doing today. Of course, you know I pretty much work out Monday through Friday. And sometimes on the weekend I like to do some stuff too. But I don't want to overdo it. Just continue, you know, to beat my body down. The body beat down, you know. So, hope everybody's having a good day. A big congrats to my buddy John. Bean Scottish Fitness. He went and worked out today at a gym that's a little ways from his house, and he put up some good numbers on the bench. So go check out his channel, Mac Bean Scottish Fitness. I didn't sound right with all the food in my mouth. Mac Bean Scottish Fitness. So congrats to him. And if he can stay injury free and sick free and stay on track, I swear he might get 500 pounds on his bench. He might do it. Very impressive. And I got a bunch of other people I'm subscribed to that I really enjoy watching. We'll do kind of a shout out. Maybe, if I can see everybody. I've got some pretty good channels that I watch. Of course, most of them are going to be fitness related. So no particular order. I think it's alphabetical order. We'll go with American Bulldog Fit. American Bulldog Fit. Big J's Knives. Of course, he talks mostly knives, but once in a while he'll throw up a workout video. Another channel, Bobbio. Bobbyo. Boston Blade Reviews. Of course, he talks mostly knives and stuff, but he has shared maybe one or two little workout videos. But, they might not all do workout related stuff, but there's some good people that I'm glad that I'm connected with. So, we got Clarksville Barbell Club. Clarksville Barbell Club. We have Cutting Edge Strength Training. We have Eric Lapointe. Flunkies Fitness. Flunkies Fitness. Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. And of course my buddy John over at Mac Bean Scottish Fitness. And we have Mark's Max Muscle. He's one of the few guys that I'm subscribed to that, just mostly talks about bodybuilding and stuff and does comparisons and, that kind of stuff. He's a cool guy. He works out too. He just don't usually post a whole lot of workout videos. He mostly does like the, talking about bodybuilders and stuff like that. But he's a pretty cool guy. And who else we got? I think this is a new guy that I just subscribed to, Michael Maccabee. Michael Maccabee, whatever, Mccabe. Michael. And we have Old School Fitness, OLDE. Old, and then School, SKOOL, Fitness. And we have Reverend Terminator. And we got some on here that don't really post much anymore, so I'm not really saying their names, their channels. They don't really post anything like once a month, once every couple of months or something. So, And then we have Sheiky Baby. Sheiky, the Iron Sheik. He's a fan of that wrestler, so his first name is Sheiky. And Baby, Sheiky Baby. He's awesome. And then we have Silverback Strength. We have Spencer Graziano. He's awesome. The Cutting Edge, whom is also the Cutting Edge Strength Training. It's the same guy, but he has a couple of channels. The Cutting Edge is his channel where he talks more about knives, and he also does leather work and stuff like that. Pretty cool channel. I just subscribed to a guy, to a channel called The Real Rock. He only has a couple of videos out, but, I think I seen him comment on one of my videos, I think it was, or something. And I went and just checked him out, and I watched all 6, 10, 12, whatever videos it was of his, and threw him as a subscription, just, to be cool. We all got to start somewhere, right? And then we have Wilson G. And if you look for Wilson G, his little profile picture is like Wilson, the soccer ball or whatever from Castaway. Wilson G, he's a strong guy. Bad thing about him is he don't post enough. He's so awesome with his lifts. Strong, just like crazy strong. And I wish he could put more time into his channel, because I love watching him deadlift. He's one of those, a lot of times certain people have certain things that you really like watching them do. I like watching him deadlift. And he's good. Good. So that's the majority of the channels. I might have left a couple out. That's because, reasons, maybe. I don't know. No real reason. Don't pay attention to this. So, anyway, this past week had a pretty good workout week. I'm really surprised, really happy, really almost confused with my deadlifts. Many of you know, if you watch the channel, I said I wasn't going to really work too hard on my deadlifts anymore. I reached my goals and did them several times with all my stuff, and I really wasn't working. I wanted to kind of calm down on my deadlifts and things. Not worry about going so heavier. But here now for a few weeks, I've been doing my max, 1 rep max deadlift again, 500 pounds. I have done 515, but I only did it one time. And all the other times I've done 500, so that's probably, I don't mind saying that that's my max. I don't have to say 515, or do I? But anyway. And here's the Jim Dandy. Like I said, it kind of comes on, and they cut it. It kind of comes on this kind of bun here, like a longer bun. A little tomato, a little piece of ham, and lettuce and mayonnaise. Pretty simple little sandwich. I don't know. I think it has a little pickle in there too. Probably has a pickle. Or I thought it did. Maybe. Just a good simple little sandwich. So yesterday we went out and had some Mexican. The place we go is like most Mexican restaurants, I'm sure. They all have that one burrito that everybody loves to get, big old fat burrito. And of course that's what I got, ground beef. They offer it in the steak version, I think, originally on the menu, but I always say, I want ground beef, so. For me, ground beef. Of course, I'm American, so ground beef to me is a better meat to use for tacos and burritos. And it was good. I like going there. And still reasonably priced. You can go there and get that big old fat burrito some chips and salsa and a water for like $11. So you can't really do too much of that like at Taco Bell's and Papa John's and all these other little fast food, Mexican type joints. You can't get too much of that, and it's not going to be the quality. It's not going to be the quality of one of those restaurants either. So people ought to look into that. Get better food, and typically more of it with something like that. This ain't going to be pretty. Don't look. So, we're heading into week 2 of school, being back in session. Got a bunch of new kids on the bus this year. But I did last year, and usually every year. It's like we get piled in with a lot of kids in the beginning, and then after a few months, it seems like a lot of them kind of are either car riders at that point, or they move, or something. So we always got that one kid. That one kid. And in this day and time, it's not the 6th, 7th, 8th, and older kids, it's the younger. Preschool, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd. Those are the ones that'll test you these days. Anywho, also, it was yesterday maybe? Yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. Some pre-orders went up for some figures that I collect. Now, it was a list of like 3 of them, but I'm only getting 1 because I've already got the 2 in the same version. It's the same line of characters, the Masterverse line. It's just a different line in the Masterverse line, so I've already got them. But so I did get 1 character on pre-order that I don't have. Really looking forward to that one. Now you'll see here, I got boxes. I'm a box collector. I don't open them. Just how I am, how I want. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to deal with, opening them and losing parts, or maybe breaking something, or. And I'll be honest, I'm not opposed to 50, 60, 100-year-old people playing with toys. I don't care what you do. If you want to play with toys, play with toys. I don't put age limits on stuff. So, it's just, when I started collecting these back in, I think, maybe 2021 when they started, I instantly was like, I'm not taking them out. I'm going to be a box collector and collect them in box. And I collected all the figures that were released up until about wave 15. And then I got tired of spending money on the same characters under a different, same Masterverse line, but a different branch, we'll call it. or a subline. We'll call it a subline within the Masterverse branch, within the Masterverse verse. So I stopped collecting multiple versions because it was just ridiculous. It's just, them getting you to spend more money on the same stuff instead of releasing characters that we don't have. So I've stopped worrying about trying to collect them all because I can't do that. Not just money, but space. And my conscience won't allow me to do it no more. I think it's wrong for them to do that. So, like I've got 3 Beastman. Now this is an exception, and this is, and I was still collecting all the line at the time anyway, but this is an exception. This is from the 87 horrible disappointment of a Masterverse movie that came out in 87. So this is a character from that. So I don't mind having stuff like this because it's a totally different version. But then I've got this Beastman that came out early on in the line. Beastman. So I got him, perfectly fine. He looks great. Looks like he does in the cartoon Revelation. But then they released another Beastman. I'm not going to stand up getting. Oh, he's down that way anyway. And he's a bigger, bulkier Beastman. He looks pretty cool too. But he's from the new Eternia Masterverse line. And these are really, really dusty. Some of that's dust and probably some of that's powder. Where I do my working out and I use powder. But, yeah, so... and I think they've already released another Beastman since then. I don't even remember. But I don't need 3, 4, 10 Beastman. I've already got like 10 He-Man, 10 Skeletor, probably 4 Evil-Lyn, 4 Teela, 4 Man-at-Arms. I have 3 Merman. I have 2 Trapjaw. I have 2 Triclops. I have, like I said, anyway, so... Not that everybody's interested in that, but I just figured why not. We're just sitting here chatting. And speaking of doing these kind of chats, these are things I would like to do on live stream. But my internet sucks, and it won't allow me to live stream very well. So, and I'm not going to turn my settings down. I don't want to do anything less than 1080p. So, I can just do what I do. So, anyway, that was some good food. And I got a little snacky to go with it. Booyah! 3 Musketeers. Yeah, 3 Musketeers. Huh? Good candy bar. We'll eat this while we're chilling, too. So, next week, as far as the workout goes... we're going to be doing pretty much a normal workout kind of routine. The last couple of weeks I did something a little different. Last week was all deadlift and bicep. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course I did cardio on other days and different stuff. And then the week before that, 2 weeks ago, I guess that's 2 weeks ago, I just did chest on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If hindsight was 20/20, or however that saying goes, I wish I would have done chest and tricep together, and then last week would have been deadlift and bicep, and then, anyway, but I didn't, so let's have some 3 Musketeer. Then we'll talk about the workout. Yum. Yummy. So next week is going to be more normal. Monday I'm doing chest and tricep. And then Tuesday will probably be just cardio based type stuff. Maybe biceps, but maybe just cardio stuff. And then Wednesday we'll be doing probably deadlifts or something. I don't know. and then another day, the next day we'll do cardio stuff, and then Friday will be maybe legs. I haven't done legs in probably 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks at this point. I've been trying to let my hips rest and calm down. My left one especially has been really aggravated. I can't like do any pivoting or moving really with my hip too much. So I've been letting it kind of chill. It's not better, like 100% better, but it's a little better. But so yeah, next week will be more normal. What I really wish, I wish for a lot of stuff, but I wish more people would join in my videos where I'm doing more cardio based working out. I know everybody likes to see heavy lifts or like a lot of reps of something or something neat like that, but I would like to see more people get interested in the cardio side of things, because I'm finding as I get older, and I've noticed how badly I've kind of declined in my cardio and my breathing and my lungs and being able to keep going, endurance and stuff like that. I see how much I've went down, from where I was even in my 40s. And it's not good. And once things like that go, it's hard to get them back. It seems like you can build strength back quicker than you can build your cardiovascular system back. And I did mention today on my walk that I kind of forget sometimes that I had severe bronchitis back in 2017. That almost landed me either dead or in the hospital, one of the two. The nurse told me I was at system failure, system shutdown. I'd passed out 2 times in one day, and it was bad. So I forget that sometimes I had that, and that can affect you as well. And your weight and your age and, your genetics, everything about it plays a part. But I think we need to work on our overall health and fitness more so than just weights. And I know sometimes we do a lot of reps with certain weights or, what have you, certain exercises. And it's like doing cardio. It'll kill you. Deadlifts, squats, they'll kill you when you start getting up there in the reps. I've done them, and it will, it does work you completely inside and out. But, we don't do that enough, and we probably need a little bit more of it and a little bit different forms of it. And so I wish that I could just turn back the clock just a little bit and get a little bit more endurance to myself and feel a little bit more peppy and alive when it comes to that kind of stuff. Anything you guys really see me do, I'm having to really push myself to do, and that goes for lifting weights or riding a bicycle or going for a walk or flipping a tire or hitting a heavy bag or jumping rope or anything that you see me do. It takes a lot out of me to do. I do want to throw this in there as well. I do have a crazy blood disorder over the past few years. I have a low blood platelet count, and that in and of itself makes you tired. So I'm having to deal with that as well. Still don't know what's going on with that. Again, it could be just a blood disorder, or it could be a death sentence. I don't know. So, just one of those things that we'll find out eventually, I guess, when I die. I don't know. So, anyway, yeah, good little meal there. Good little snack. I still got half of that. I'll eat that in a little bit. Kind of spread out the goodness. That's what she said. And enjoy along the rest of the night here. But it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. And again, I feel guilty whenever I don't do too much, but I guess I did okay. I went out and did the basketball and walked and stuff. So anyway, I need to do something on my drums. I need to make noise on my drums. But I just don't have a lot of ambition to do that anymore. I know it's kind of sucks that we kind of let that happen. But, sometimes that happens. We have a passion for something and we love it. And we've wanted to do it since we were like 10 years old. And then we finally, at the age of in our 50s, maybe start doing something. But then we kind of start slowly getting away from it. And I'll be honest, I've thought about selling it a lot here lately. Just because, number one, I don't really play on them, make noise on them very often. And two, they take up a little space over there that I could put something else, maybe workout related or fun related. I won't go into too much of the topic of that because it's nothing y'all would be interested in. But, that's a good little bit of wall space right there that's being taken up by my drums. And I don't know what I'll do. If somebody offered me the right amount of money, I'd probably sell them. It's just a matter of, taking that step and putting them on like Marketplace. So anyway, you can still see I got my barbell laying there from whatever day, yesterday's deadlift day. 500 pounds. I know it don't look like 500 pounds, but the other plates are on the sides there. You can't really see. But anyway, you can go check out the videos and you can see doing 500 pounds. And I'm really happy I'm still able to do that. It kind of blows my mind. And a week ago, or last Friday, not this past Friday, but the Friday before, I actually bench pressed 405 pounds again. And I haven't done that in 8 months. So that was really surprising. I mean, I had confidence in myself, but at the same time, I've always got to be a little bit surprised because it's still a lot of weight. And, I haven't done it in 8 months. But moved pretty good. You can go check out the videos. I got a lot of videos, guys. As you can tell, I like to do a lot of videos. And it just, it's a good way for me to stay busy and keep my mind going. And, it helps with my anxiety and depression that I have really bad. And, and it can also help people along the way. Even just little talks like this and watching me cram my mouth full of food. It can help people along the way. So that's why I like to do these things. And when my time comes up here on this earth and I'm not here anymore, I hope people that, they can find my videos and find some sort of, enjoyment, inspiration. I hate to keep using that word so much in my videos, but, it's what you try to do. It's what some of us try to do. And hopefully people will find that long after I'm gone even, and appreciate what I tried to put out there. And there's a lot of you other guys that I mentioned earlier when I did the shout outs. You guys all seem like pretty decent guys to me. Of course, we only know so much from videos and stuff, but I think you can kind of tell who's decent online after you kind of see them, what they have to offer and how they talk, how they, what they do. Some channels are full of drama and lies and clickbait and trolling and, gossip and harassment and all that kind of garbage. And then, you can kind of tell that as soon as you start watching their channel. And then you got channels, we'll just say like mine, that's, you can tell I'm not about all that. So, none of those other guys that I mentioned, to my knowledge, are that way either. So that's why I like to shout people out sometimes and hopefully steer people over to their direction. So anyway, as far as tonight goes, it's 5:48, 5:47. Will it be 5:48 before I say it's 5:47? 5:47. Anyway, it's still 5:47. And so the day's going right on along. I don't know if I'm going to do anything else tonight. Probably not. I'll probably just kick back, make me some French vanilla coffee, play a game or something. Hey, any of you out there play The Hunter, Call of the Wild? It's just a simulator, a hunting simulator. If any of you guys play that, let me know. I know it sounds boring and stupid, and I never in a million years would have ever thought that I would be playing a hunting game, but I'm over 2 years in it now, and I play it every day. I might only play it a minute here and there, and then turn it off and play it a few minutes here and then turn it off. And, I don't sit on it for hours at a time, but it's it's simple. Listen, I used to be a big gamer. I mean, big. I'm talking about online. I'm talking about online shooters. I'm talking about competitions. I'm talking about clans. I'm talking about, I was big into all that. But over the years, I've kind of, gotten older, and I got tired of being so stressed and worn out doing that kind of stuff. Because I get stressed. I mean, it's stressful. I'm not one of those happy gamers. I'm a gamer that's throwing fits and throwing my controller and everything else when I'm winning. Much less when I'm losing. So it was just a lot of stress, and no matter what game I play, and even today, it's hard for me to play much of anything without just getting stressed. It's not really an enjoyable experience for me. I'm not gonna lie. But then I found this game, and I thought, well, I don't know. I'll try it. I'll just, don't hurt to try. It's free to try. So tried it, and I've been playing it ever since. So I've even bought tons of content for it. I don't ever do that. I never buy content or anything for games. I've bought all kind of content for it, and so crazy to think that I'm playing a hunting game. Never been hunting in my life, but after playing this game, I wouldn't mind trying it. So anyway, The Hunter, Call of the Wild. If any of you play it, I don't know if it's cross-play. I've got it for Xbox. They got it for PC and other stuff out there. I don't know if it's cross-play. I haven't looked. But if you have an Xbox, you can hook up with me. Just yell at me in the comments here and let me know your gamer tag, and we'll kind of try to hook up, and you can go in there and hunt together and do stuff. So, anyway, so guys, I'm not going to stay on here any longer. I think I've wasted y'all's time enough, and I think we're a few minutes in. Yeah, we're a few minutes in. Good grief, Mike. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed just kicking it and chit-chatting and all that, and leave some comments, guys. Touch base on some of the stuff I've talked about, and let me know what you're interested in, and let me know if you like the channel, and let me know if you like my burger and my sandwich I ate, and my figures, and everything. Hook up with me on the game. I don't care. And if I give you a little inspiration to do all these different things, maybe like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to The Body Beatdown. That's me, Michael, your incredible host on this amazing Saturday evening. And don't forget, get up, get out, get rad, do it to it, and we'll see you next time on The Body Beatdown. I'm going to eat this. See y'all later.
Get up, get out, get rad, and do it to it!